All right, let's check out some of these leaks. We definitely have a lot of them. That's engine oil. That's not good. This one's kind of green. Oof, that's pentasint. That's power steering fluid. That's bad. This one's like kind of red. Yep. Oof, that's transmission fluid. Oh man. That's power steering fluid.
Hey, it's leaking right here. Try it out.
What is this? Oh, is this brake fluid? You want me to eat brake fluid? What are you, crazy, Noah? That's gonna corrode my insides.
Oh shit! Now that's a Benz, boy. Today we're gonna be pimping the shiznit out of this V12 Mercedes Benz. First up, we're gonna slam it on these 20-inch chromies. Then we wanna hear that V12 roar. In the last few videos, I bought this very clean one-owner CL600 for $6,000, and we installed a big tune on this big old twin-turbo V12 Mercedes. A Rentec tune to be exact, bringing the power levels up to 625 horsepower and 750 foot-pounds of torque. It's an absolute monster now. We also did a few cosmetic mods here and there and made sure the car was ready to rock. But today we're completing the transformation into total Pimp Mobile. So strap in, let's get started. Okay, it's time to slam the Mercedes. Nothing looks better than a black V12 slammed Mercedes with awesome Brabus style wheels. And it's actually really easy in this car. It's actually much easier than cutting springs, installing coilovers, or installing airbags because it has that beautiful hydraulic ABC suspension. Now it sucks when it's broken because it costs a fortune and renders the car worthless, but when it's working like it is for now, it's very easy. All you need is these little linky-dinks, Linkbars, and basically what these do, and I just bought them on eBay, they're really cheap, easiest way to lower one of these cars. And what I'm gonna show you is basically, there's these little bars, these little Linkbars, the factory ones on the car, and with the ABC suspension, there's a button you press and you get 3 stops. You can go all the way to the top, middle, and lowered. Essentially what this does is we swap these out with the factory link bars, tricking the computer into lowering the car lower than it already does. And it's super easy. Got some wrenches, flathead screwdriver. I mean, basically essential tools that anybody should have. I mean, this is easy stuff. We got these little rubber boots. It even came with instructions, but we're men, we don't read instructions. So let's get to work. Okay, come here. You can see the link bar is right here. There's a lot of cobwebs, but you know, the car was sitting for a little while. Okay, in order to remove this link bar, you have to be very, very careful. These little plastic control arms can break. And we don't want those breaking because it probably costs a fucking fortune. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna remove the bottom one because it's on a metal bracket, and I've already gotten it kind of loose with a wrench. So I'm gonna just pop it off with my hand. Please God, don't break anything. Okay, I just got it off. Now that it's removed, we're gonna just bend this top one. So I gotta move it up. Here we go. Oh, God, please don't break.
You're bending it, dude.
Oh, there we go. Oh my God. I hope it was originally bent like that. Okay, now it's time to put the new one on. Yeah, it's pretty easy. So we have these little rubber grommets, and we're adding these because it basically prevents dirt and gunk from getting inside there, and you know, it always seizes shit up and fucks it up. You want that ball joint to be able to move around freely. Here we go. That is one link bar down, and it's chrome and shiny, and you know what they say, chrome gets you dome. There we go. 3 more to do. This shit's easy, dude. We should start doing this and charging people like, you know, $5,000. We bag their car for them. Time for the other side. Now you can use like a flathead screwdriver or a wrench, but actually the best tool for this is this big bent rod right here, which is used for those little plastic clips on like all modern cars. This is like basically designed for this. I'm just gonna slide it in right through here. And then I can pretty much pry as hard as I want on this side because it's metal. There we go. That's the easy part. Now this is the part where we gotta be careful because of that control arm. We do not want it breaking. I swear to God, that is like the most stressful thing. You do not want that piece breaking. It's plastic and it serves an essential role in lowering this car. So now, let's do this side. Rubber grommets. We got it on that side. Now we just put on the lower piece. Pop it on. Now there's these little snap rings inside which basically hold it on tight. So we should be good to go. It's actually interesting, this side is at a different angle than this side. I'm not gonna question it, you know, that's the Mercedes engineers, they figured out what works best. So now the rear should be able to lower a significant amount. So now let's move to the front. Okay guys, in order to get to the link bar right here, I probably could do it without taking off the wheel, but I'm gonna take it off anyways because it's gonna make it easier. And while we do that, I wanna see what the deal is with these wheels. Are these made in like Austria, Germany, or are these just some made in China wheels? Now these are basically like the Brabus style wheels, and I like them. I think they look pretty good, but let's see if they're knockoffs. I'm hoping they're made somewhere else from China, but if they are, they are. It is what it is. Pull this wheel off. They're kind of light. Ugh. Let's see. Made in China? Fuck. Well, you know, HREs are made in China, and so are a lot of very expensive wheels, so I guess it's whatever, but I was hoping these would be worth something because maybe I could slap on some different wheels and sell these. This rotor is definitely warped beyond belief. You could feel that right there. Pads are pretty good. They've been replaced. So anyways, here we go. Look at that shock. Look at that big girthy boy right there. That is a big ass shock. That's what makes this car ride so well. I know the ABC suspension's got a lot of bad shit going for it because it could break and it's very expensive and everyone's going to coilovers, but if it's working, this car handles so well. It's like driving on a cloud. And even though this is a big ass heavy boat, it takes corners really well. So this is the link bar right here. We're gonna do the same thing we did last time. So we'll go on the metal side, pry it hard, and then be very gentle with the control arm. All the ball joints and everything looks pretty good in here. This car is a smoking deal. Now we just pry. Don't wanna break this shit. Okay. I took this pick and I jammed it in there. That one was actually a little bit difficult to pull out because I didn't want to break it. But I took this pick and I put it in. I just basically destroyed this rubber, and that allowed me to pull this one out a little bit easier. So now we got the new one. As you can see, it's a little bit longer than the old one. Essentially, the longer this is, the lower it'll drop the car. So we got a little rubber boots. I'm gonna just slide this on real quick. Now we're gonna pop these babies in. So I'm just gonna go. There we go. There we go. This side is donezo. Pretty cool. One left, baby. One left. Here for this side, I have to be very careful. I've already got most of it off, but the problem is this tab bends with it. We don't want this tab bending. Okay, there we go. Unfortunately, they bend, so I had to kind of bend it back. So hopefully that didn't fuck anything up. Now the fun part, doing this side. Okay, got it. There we go. It is removed. The old link bars will be going up on Facebook Marketplace if anyone wants any lightly used stock link bars. Let's put the new rubber grommets on. So I like to put it on the sensitive one first. There we go. We fucking did it, baby. So now I just gotta put the wheel on, and then we're gonna lower the car. Now what you gotta do is you gotta lower the car, start it up, and then keep pressing those buttons, those ABC buttons. You just keep pressing it so it builds up pressure, it moves back and forth. It's gotta learn, because now the computer's gotta learn, okay, you know, we're at a different height. If we don't like it, put it back up on the lift, and we could just adjust it. See these little adjustment nuts? So all you gotta do is extend this length. For every 3 millimeters you extend this link bar, you'll basically drop the car about 3/4 of an inch. So I want it until this thing's basically touching the tire, because we're slamming this bad boy. This fender could definitely use a good rolling. Okay, now the car is back on the ground. We got the lowering links installed. So the next step is to start up the car and see how low this goes. Okay, the car's running right now, building up that pressure already, and it's at the highest setting right now. Looks a lot better. That was the biggest flaw with this car. It had the wheels, got the nice black paint, just so sleek, tinted windows. It just rode way too high. Looks like we're fixing that right now. There you go. That's the lowest setting right now. I gotta say, this looks pretty damn good. Yeah, that might rub. This should be good. I mean, I guess if Lenny's in the car, it probably will rub. Yeah, no, this looks great. And the negative camber up in the front went up. Now that we slammed the V12 Merc, it's time to straight pipe it. We want to hear that powerful twin turbo V12 that makes almost 700 horsepower and 750 foot-pounds of torque scream, because right now it sounds like a Tesla. It's quiet, it's pathetic. So we've slammed it, we've tuned it, bringing those boost levels up. Now it's time to straight pipe it. I got this big old girthy 2 3/4 inch pipe. It was actually a lot harder to buy because they make like 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 3 inch, but no one really makes 2 3/4. So it's a little bit difficult. Got some bendy boys right here just in case we need to fabricate. But basically this is what we want to do. So the exhaust on this car is actually very simple. You basically have right off, you got the down pipes coming right off the turbos. They go right here to this Y/Xpipe looking thing, which just looks insanely weird. We got these little resonator mufflers right here, and then we got some big ass mufflers right here. No one really makes an exhaust kit for this car. I think they used to back in the day, but nothing's available. So we're gonna just build it ourselves. Basically, we want to eliminate these little resonators right here. So we're gonna basically chop them off, put a pipe right in, and then right here, because there's a little bit of a bend, we're gonna have it straight right out the back. That's right, no mufflers, no resonators, nothing. It's just gonna be straight V12 madness. We're gonna hear all of that twin turbo 5.5 liter V12 sound just roaring up and down the street. So let's get to work.
Time to get working on this exhaust. We have our good old friend, the Sawzall here. And let's see if we can cut these restrictors out. Man, what's up, dude?
Taking a Sawzall to a Benz?
Of course.
Hell fucking yeah.
I'm so proud of you. There's nothing I love more than somebody doing ignorant shit on what most people would consider a classy vehicle. Are you just cutting the exhaust off?
Oh yeah, baby. Straight piped.
Okay.
Straight piped V12.
Nice. So, these mufflers, you losing these too?
Oh yeah, all 4.
Okay. And then
hell yeah.
Just replacing it with just piping?
Good old straight tubing.
Hell yeah.
It's gonna scream.
This, I approve. Well, sick. Well, if you guys need any bends or anything, I got some spare stuff in my shop, so.
Thanks, man.
Hell yeah. Good luck.
Appreciate it.
Are these, have you used all of these just on this?
Yeah. No, those are fine.
Oh.
This one bent. That one was toast. But those are still fine.
Okay. I just thought you were just like murking. I don't know what kind of metal Mercedes-Benz uses, but I was like, God damn.
It's like vibranium, dude.
All right, well, good luck.
All right. See you, man.
Sick.
We're so close. Boom, baby. Wow, that was a lot more work, but boom, there we go. First one out. And as you can see, this thing is, oh boy. There's a lot of like grease in here. Well, you know, any twin turbo V8, V12, they burn oil. That's just kind of how it goes. And there's a lot of it. That's how it's done, baby. That's how it's done. What was that, 30 seconds? Only took 2 trips to the hardware store and 2 different size blades, but boom! All right. I took a Sharpie and I marked it right there. I'm gonna cut that, and theoretically, no one should be able to tack weld this thing into place. Then we could drop the whole exhaust and properly weld it. All right, then we take our Amazon angle grinder. Kind of. Dude, not too bad. Look at that. That, my friends, is a straight pipe.
We just gotta get this piece lined up, and I gotta make it as straight as possible. Otherwise, I got a bunch of holes I gotta fill. Let's do this shit. So now that that one's a little bit in, I'm gonna have to bend this one up. And of course, when you're an amazing welder like me and you went to the school of YouTube, you know how to fill these holes. And if anyone knows how to fill holes, it's me. As you can see, big brain activities right here. Okay, working on the other side now. Just trying to tack it in. And this fucking welder splatters so much, it's just dropping on me and burning the hell out of me.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but it's a hanger over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, don't do that. I tried to use my head. That was a bad idea. Oh, okay. There we go. Boom. Look at that. Dude, this thing's see-through.
Yeah, I don't know how these things are quieting it down.
So basically this V12 had two massive resonators and it sounded like a Prius.
Like, look, this is the other one right here. You can see right through them.
There's absolutely no baffle in this exhaust system. We can now start playing around with how we're gonna assemble the tip on this car. We could potentially build something like here, but that takes a lot of time. I don't know, I'm kind of thinking we just do some turn downs, or we could do some turn to the lane next to you. I don't know.
Like a truck?
Yeah, and blow it out. Oh! Hey, yo! The car's officially straight piped. There we go. Okay, straight back.
Okay, we got the exhaust off, and what's interesting, obviously, you know, we got our little straight pipe thing going. I got to weld the rest of that. But this is the Ypipe / Xpipe that they got going on. So it goes like here, like a Y, but then turns into this weird system and then splits out too. So it's technically an Xpipe, but it's pretty weird looking. So somehow they figured that out, but the reason they do this is because the drive shaft goes right down the middle. So basically it's a way to get the exhaust all put into one and then push it on the side, whereas usually the exhaust would be just directly below the drive shaft. Well, right here it actually sits on the side, so the drive shaft's like right here. And they do that because they knew that, you know, 20 years after they invented this car, you'd have people like me who'd want to slam the car, and they were saying, hey, when Noah wants to slam the car, he doesn't want the exhaust rattling on the ground. So that's why they designed this. Now I'm gonna get to welding, clean these up, put it back on the car, and start that bitch up. Now, before we take it out, we just gotta top off the oil. It burns a little bit of oil. As you can see, the dash is already telling me, hey, fill this bitch up with a little bit more. So I'm just gonna add a quart of liquid moly, best of the best, for my V12 Mercedes. There we go. Which should be good. Oh, this thing likes to drink, like any kind of really cool German car. Let's take this thing to the car wash and go rip it. Okay, before we go take it out and, you know, go rip it a little bit, I wanna fix this mirror real quick. I'm gonna show you guys a quick and easy trick. If you guys have a mirror that looks all fucked up like this, just completely destroyed, a brand new mirror could cost a couple $100, you know, a lot of time and effort replacing it. It's a good mirror, it's pretty solid. I don't have to repaint it or anything. So I found this on eBay. It's literally a mirror that you could put right on top of it. So this is for like an S-Class or a CL 600. And it comes with little stickers. And I know it's a little jank, but this is a great, I think it cost me like 10 bucks. Great, cheap way to basically fix a mirror because, you know, this is safety here. You gotta do this. I'm applying these sticker pads. Now, if I could find a black already painted one for cheap, I'll buy one and I'll replace it. But until then, I want a functioning mirror. So let's just place this baby in. You kind of only get one shot. And for all the people saying it's gonna fall off, it's like 3M tape. All the wings, all the carbon fiber people put on, usually it's 3M tape, and that shit does not come off. So there you go. Boom, restored. Bringing this V12 back to life, baby. That actually looks pretty good. To be honest, like jokes aside, looks pretty good. Simple tricks like that if you wanna, you know, fix up a car and be a mechanic. Anyways, let's take this baby out. Guys, the exhaust is fully welded up, fully bolted back in. Now it's time to start that V12. Is it gonna sound good? Is it gonna sound like a truck? We will find out in about 10 seconds. The exhaust for sure now, whereas before you couldn't, but that does not sound like a straight piped car. And there's no more mufflers for us to take off. I gotta say, it does sound pretty refined though. I was thinking it was gonna be all truck-like and just super raw, but it's actually pretty tame. It's very sophisticated, and it does sound pretty good, especially for a turboed engine, but I'm surprised it's not louder. Just a couple of pimp snow hose. Let's give it the beans. Oop, giant bump. Oh, little rubbing. Not enough road for this car. Now that we slammed the car, it kind of rubs the tires a lot, but that's okay. Slam life. Woo! This car likes to move. Ooh. Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. What do we got here? Well, razzle my dazzle and call me schnazzle.
Pimpin'. You wearing some Adidas right now?
I'm wearing a bunch of Amazon Prime next day delivery crap right now.
You got that knockoff Grandmasters? Ooh, where'd you get the fake Rolly too, brother? Ooh. Ooh, El Presidente.
Back at it again. In the Benz, and I gotta say, this car is so fucking fun. It's a luxurious boat that just rides, and when you step on it, it's just super duper fast. It's a little squirmish. We need to get better tires for sure, but I gotta say, I've really come to love those wheels, those Brabus style wheels, and then lowering it made it look 100 times better. This car, it looks good. It's a little fugly in some angles, but now that the headlights look all clean and shiny, the car is lowered, you can actually hear the exhaust now. It's not as loud as I thought it would be, but it's actually good. I actually prefer this more than it being all loud and obnoxious. It's refined, it's decently loud when you're outside of the car. Overall, this is an absolute Pimp Mobile, P-I-M-P. This is the car that you wanna get, and the fact that, you know, maybe I overpaid. Was $6,000 too much for this $150,000 car that has 0 accidents, clean title, 1 owner until me, immaculate Carfax, always serviced at Mercedes? Did I overspend, or did I get a deal of a lifetime? I think it was pretty good. I do think, you know, if I try to sell this car, it might be a little bit tricky to sell because it's not super desirable and people are scared of that V12 engine, but I mean, this car is clean. The entire interior is like next to perfect, like 9.9 out of 10. I actually don't know of any major flaws. The dash, you could tell it's been garaged. It's like perfect. Guys, everybody needs a black Mercedes slammed on some big chrome wheels, okay? And especially with a V12 engine with twin turbos, and it's tuned, so you just step on it and the tires start spinning, the car just shoots off like a rocket ship. What more could you ask for? Only problem is, yeah, it gets about 4 miles per gallon in the city, about 7, 8 on the highway. That's pretty expensive, especially here with California gas, and gas prices are shooting up at the moment. So it's a little bit expensive to drive. Just barely stepping on it, like that was like half throttle, and we got the tires to spin. Traction control light starts flashing on the dash. This is just an absolute blast of a car. This car needs better tires because it is easy to spin these dry rotted tires. Stop. No, you blew a radiator. Go park it. You blew the radiator. Okay, well, the burnout was a little bit too much, and now we blew something. That's what happens with old German cars when you do burnouts. Things break. But it doesn't seem like it's going to be anything too big. I'm not too worried. It's probably just like a hose or something. And it might be a little bit of a bitch to replace, but luckily we got to it. It didn't overheat or anything. That would be a problem. A lot more shit will break. I'm hoping it's just the hose and not like any kind of cooler or radiator, because that would be much more expensive, but we'll fix it. But I'd like to thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you've had some fun. I'm not too worried. This is an absolute beast of a car, and even if it's a little bit of a headache, it's totally worth it, because this car is so fun to drive. So make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.